Lion. It's a line right there. So am I the only one that sees that line? So we just gonna act like we don't see that line right there. Oh, it's a lion right there. A lion. Oh yeah, that lion gonna hunt. That lion gonna eat. That lion gonna kill. That lion in active pursuit, regardless if you pay attention to him or not, if you acknowledge him or not. That lion in pursuit. Yeah, that's the difference from the lion in the room and the elephant in the room. See, we know that metaphor, the elephant in the room, to be one representing like an immediate problem or threat or issue that everybody aware of, but don't nobody want to address. But the difference from the lion in the room, if the lion in the room is immediate problem, issue that people are aware of and don't nobody want to address, but that problem, that issue, the lion is in pursuit of you. I mean, he is actively looking to kill you. No games, no jokes. See, you ever heard the expression, the greatest lie the devil ever told was that he don't exist? Because if you don't believe that an enemy exists, how you gonna prepare for him? Why would you prepare for him? That's even a better question. Why would you even prepare for him? Like the Bible says, like a thief come upon you to steal, kill, and destroy. He talking about the devil right there, right? And that mean he coming as a thief first and foremost. That means you taking something that's not yours. So somebody in pursuit of something that belong to you, right? But you're not prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? And he had to steal your hope. You know what I'm saying? Kill your future. Destroy you. But you're not prepared for him. You say, if I just look the other way, then I ain't got to worry about him. Like the Bible also say like, he goes about like a roaring lion. The devil go about like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. Or prowling like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. Notice he said, who he may devour. See, I ain't no easy target. I'm actively looking. I'm actively watching. I'm a protector. I'm a provider. This is who I am. I'm a father. I'm a brother. I'm the only son. Yeah, man. That's how I was raised. So you're not just taking mine. Ain't no thief just taking mine. Nah. I'm already setting provisions. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, watch this. We set provisions for little things because we are aware of the possible occurrence. Give you an example. Crossing the street. What you tell your kids to do? Look both ways before you cross the street. What you looking for? A car. Why are you looking for the car? So that your kid don't get hit, injured, killed, maimed, or something worse. I don't even know if it's something worse than kill. But regardless, you tell them to take provisions. You set provisions for your children. You give them instruction. But we don't apply that same knowledge or that same wisdom to ourselves. Excuse me. You see something that you know, a problem or issue that you know is detrimental to you, your family, your situation, to your future, to your goals, to anything, yet we'll ignore them. We'll look the other way. But that problem, that issue is very present. That problem, that issue is not disappearing. I don't care how much you look the other way. That's kind of like the devil. We like this. Oh man, I don't believe in God. Man, I don't believe in none of that. Okay, so if God is real, then why and then the white man just used God to enslave it? Man, I ain't going into none of that. Man, just right now we still on the milk. We still on the baby milk. We ain't even digging deep yet. You know what I'm saying? We gonna dig into that. We gonna dig into all of that. But what I'm telling you is right now, this is the thing, and this is the point that we want to focus on. We gotta be aware and identify those problems, and once we identify them, we gotta acknowledge them. And acknowledge them, not just saying, yeah, I know it's there, but acknowledge them is setting provisions and have preparation ready to oppose that which opposes you. Well, let me say that in a real regular way. It's setting up, it's putting a lock on the door so nobody can break in. You don't wait till the thief get there and say, hey, we know what, we need to put a lock on that door.
Nah, you don't wait for the thief to break in to do that. Yeah. You don't wait for somebody to start beating on you and then take self-defense classes. Nah, you take the self-defense classes before the person beat on you, so when the person tries to beat on you, that you'll be prepared. These are things that this is not isolated to one race. This is not isolated to one group, to one demographic. This encompasses, honestly, the whole society, the whole world. Even myself at certain times through my life, and I'm trying to grow like anybody else, and I've seen myself try to ignore things. You ever see like that bill sitting on the table? Unopened bill. Oh, that bill ain't going nowhere. Somebody sent that bill to you with an intent, with an agenda on it. And that bill, it just represents their pursuit of their money that they want. And they gonna come after their money. Okay, so now if you don't address the issue or pay those people their money, whoever the proprietor of that account is, they're gonna send it to the creditors, right? And then what happened? You know, your credit get bad, and then it's not just sitting there. Your credit is constantly moving one way or the other. You ever heard something that either is growing or is dying? That in life, if anything that has life is either growing or dying. So that's what's even going on with your credit. It's either going up or going down, right? And now everything that you're pursuing is affected by it. Like if you try and get a house, you try and get a car, get a job. Some jobs, if you want a good paying job, they're going to do a credit check. It's so many different things that one unpaid bill affects. And this ain't about money. But if you would have did something towards that bill, like even put it on a payment plan, like even when you're going for a clearance, if they see that it's already on a payment plan and that there is some pursuit of resolving that issue, you're in a much better predicament, or you're in a much better place than if you just sit there stagnant and dormant, even though that's a false terminology, because honestly nothing stays stagnant or dormant. You either growing or you dying. This same thing, see, the money ain't the issue. The issue actually is the acknowledgement. That's what I'm trying to hit on right now. Acknowledgement. We don't want to acknowledge it because we scared of the consequences. But them consequences coming regardless. Them consequences are in pursuit of you, man, like a lion. If you ever see a lion on a hunt, a lion not playing, man. These consequences of life. That's why I say I had a saying I said back when I was a little young. I used to say, life hard. I mean real hard. And if you don't know that life hard, you probably yet to live life. And a lot of the reasons that we go through a lot of things in life because we don't want to acknowledge the issues or the problems or address the consequences of it because we're scared of it. But being scared of it ain't gonna change nothing. You ever heard somebody say, I ain't scared of you? Well, you don't gotta be scared of Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson still gonna knock you out regardless. And I'm talking about prime Mike Tyson. We ain't talking about Mike Tyson latter career. But it's like in your family. How many times you had an issue with somebody in your family and you just cast it off as, man, that's just how they is. There's nothing we can do about it. That's how they've been for years. You already know, they set in their ways. Or even yourself. How many times, that's one of those expressions that I kind of really don't like. I ain't gonna say hate because that's a really strong terminology, but I got a strong dislike or a strong disdain for when people say, that's just how I am. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Dog, if you're not changing, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, then you what? We just said it. Anything in life that's not growing is doing what? It's dying. You just gonna sit there and die? Willingly? You gonna choose to die? Dog, that same expression, if you the same person you were 5 years ago, you just wasted 5 years of your life. That's true. Dog, if you're the same person that you were 30 minutes ago, you just wasted 30 minutes of your life. I'm talking real. Dog, I'm trying to learn every 5 seconds. While we talking right now, I want to learn. I'll probably watch this video again and take some of my own advice and apply it, because it's not the fact that you don't know. It's the fact of acknowledging it and the repetition of acknowledgement. Because you can acknowledge it on one issue, but it's another issue that you address it a totally different way. Nah, everything that's an issue, everything that's a problem within your life, you need to acknowledge it. And you need to come up with some plan of action. Because if you don't have a plan of action, it's going to take action against you. I mean, you're going to be unprepared and you're going to become a victim. I don't do victim. I don't even like victim. Don't get it wrong. Don't get me wrong. Life throw a lot of things at you that's not your fault. A lot of things at you that you didn't have an active hand in creating. Let's say that you didn't have an active hand in creating it. You said it's unfair. I shouldn't have to deal with it. But just for the fact that you shouldn't have to deal with it, don't mean that you won't deal with it, or that you don't have to deal with it. You're gonna deal with it because it's gonna deal with you. So don't get me wrong when I say I'm not a victim. I'm saying I'm not a victim, meaning as in I'm just not an easy target. I always say, if you looked at one of my other videos, it was talking about if a lion break into your house. People saying that's crazy. Ain't no lion breaking in your house, but what if it do? You ain't prepared. Dog, I'm ready for right now. And if a lion break into my house now, that lion gonna have to fight. I'm gonna bite that lion. I'm gonna be swinging on the lion, grab a knife. If I ain't got no knife, is getting hit with the day. I hit you with the cell phone if I can. Everything that's possible. Try and poke his eyes out. He probably still kill me, but that might, in the midst of killing me, I address the consequences and the issue, and that's somebody to save my family so they can get away. I'm not just sitting here dormant, waiting and stagnant. Even though that's, like I keep saying, that's not even a real word or real terminology when you're saying stagnant or dormant, because everything is moving, constantly moving. If you look at science, if anybody that enjoys science, you don't even gotta enjoy science, but if you just know a little bit of anything, you know everything in life is moving. Even while we sitting here, the earth is moving and it's rotating. Like, give shout out to my man Wendell, you know what I'm saying? The whole crew was up with you. I remember sitting with my man, that's a whole nother story too. Sitting with my man, and we just standing there, and it was somebody washing the car, and he seen a bucket of water right there. He was in school for like a biochemistry or something like that, and he said, you know, theoretically, if that water is warmer if it's, or has a higher temperature, or when it's moving versus if it's sitting still. I said, nah, why is that? He said, because the moving molecules produce heat, right? The molecules moving even when you ain't washing. Your cells moving, everything moving. And people say seeing is believing, right? What's protons and neutrons? What's atoms? There's so many things in this world we can't see, but yet they still moving. And they impacting our lives every day, every minute, every second. So if you sitting here right now and you thinking that you just sitting still, nah, something happening. Something pursuing you, even if you're not pursuing it or pursuing something. Something is happening. And this is what I'm telling you, we got to be active in our lives. We can't just sit here and let life happen to us. We got to happen to life. Like I said, I'm not sitting here preaching to y'all, you know, y'all need to follow God. You need to follow God. I'm going to definitely tell you that. But what I'm telling you is this. A man that don't stand for nothing will fall for anything, right? What you stand for. What have you acknowledged in your life that's important in your life? If you don't got nothing worth dying for, why are you living? What are you pursuing? What problems do you got in your life that you know are pursuing you, but you've yet to acknowledge them? Change don't happen without choice. And I'm going to tell you today, choose to live. And living is movement, man. I don't even know if that went over somebody's head, but living is movement. Everything that's living is moving. And if you're not moving, you're an easy target. Man, address that line in the room. This God My Ministries, this your man Tim. I love y'all. Y'all know, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Love y'all.